Hello, clubmates. How are you? I wanted to pop in and say hello and also ask this question because this is a question I have been asking myself since our last session. What is it that I need right now to stay connected and inspired and motivated for my own health and well-being? What is it that I need now to feel better about my health and well-being? Because it is different than it was 6 weeks ago. I mean, let's look back. 6 weeks ago, we were right at the beginning of this crazy time, this pandemic. And we were like, what? I'm going to work from home? What? I don't have a commute? What? We're not able to go out to dinner? I mean, it seems crazy to think about that, what it was like to just be approaching that new way of life. And then we've been doing it for 6 weeks. So as I started putting together Club Jill 2.0, it's not about doing the same thing because we're not in the same place. I mean, I feel like I have learned a lot in the last 6 weeks, but I'm also starting to feel that I need two different things that I didn't know I needed, or maybe I didn't need them at the very beginning with Club Jill 1.0. What I'm needing now, and I'm curious if you are needing this too, so please leave me a comment, is I feel like I need a little more structure and a little more stimulation. So let's talk about structure. Structure is this sense of a container, of a little bit more of a plan without being too rigid. And then stimulation is, for me, it's a sense of freshness. Because honestly, right now, every day is kind of feeling like the same day. So with that in mind, I have created, and I'm really excited about adding some small but super fun, hi Marina, small but super fun programming to Club Jill 2.0. And here's what that looks like. So for this month, I'm going to create a container for us so that each week we have a new focus. So week 1, we're focusing on the body. Week 2, we're focusing on our mind. Week 3, our emotions, and week 4, our soul. So by having that container, all the classes and all the other fun events that we do will focus a little bit more, will be a little more focused. So they'll be focused on the body, mind, emotions, or spirit. So that is going to help us with more structure. Give ourselves a little bit more of a plan so that we can take our mind and say, okay, this week I'm focusing on connecting to my body. Then I've also dreamed up some 5-day challenges. So 5-day challenges are fun and they're simple, but they're a way to bring new stimulation, new energy to our week. So for example, the 5-day challenge for week 2, which is the mind, is this great exercise called filling your wellness bucket. So for 5 days in a row, we're going to have a piece of paper, we're going to draw a bucket on it, and I'm going to have you list throughout the day all the things that you are doing for your wellness that maybe you're just not considering. So it really brings this to the top of mind, which is why it's week 2 during the mind week. Also, in that same challenge, we're paying attention to what is leaking our energy, what is leaking from our wellness. So let's say, example, I take my vitamins, I write that inside the bucket because that's helping me feel more well. That is a good wellness thing to do. What's one of my wellness leaks? One of my wellness weeks is watching too much Netflix for like 2, 3, 4 hours a night. Not because that's a bad thing, but because my back is feeling poorly, I'm not getting enough sleep, and really when I'm done with that much TV, I actually don't feel like it improved my wellness. So that goes in the leaking part. So I'm really excited about the wellness buckets where we'll spend those 5, or I'm really excited about the 5-day challenges, and I've got one set set up for each week. They're short, they're simple, and they're just a great way to help bring some freshness to the week. And then lastly, the last thing is I really want to kick off this group. And so our very first week, I'm going to weave in some of one of the activities from my book, Getting Happy with Your Body. And that is asking ourselves, what is getting happy with my body? I mean, we kind of talk about it, or we recognize when we're unhappy with our body. But in this kickoff exercise, we're going to just take a little bit of time to really name it, so therefore we can claim it. All right, so those are 3 new programs. They're not going to take a lot of your time. They're just a way to help us have a little bit more structure and a little bit more stimulation in Club Jill 2.0. So this all kicks off, as you know, May 1st, and I really hope you join me, and you can go to my website, jillpagano.com/Club Jill, and look for all the details. And till then, I'm Jill, helping you create a happier body, no matter what, even a pandemic. Mwah.